Hello and welcome to JomezPro's coverage of the 2022 OTB Open presented by MVP Disc Sports. We are here in Stockton, California, and you are listening to BigSexy commentary, myself, Nate Sexton, and the biggest friend I've ever had, Jeremy Koling.
And we have one of the biggest sales we've ever had on JomezPro.com right now going on. 30% off MVP discs. That sale lasts until Monday. Those disc sales support our coverage and is very much appreciated.
Got a great card today. Oof, I'm really excited to see the leader.
Totally.
Cody Kirkland, 7 under in all that wind. Fantastic round.
17% parked. Look at those first across those three statistics. What a fantastic finish, going 4 under in the last 4 holes with an eagle throw-in on hole 17. Fantastic. Matt Orum, very familiar character here on JomezPro the last couple of seasons. Veteran is just hitting his prime. It's incredible to watch that happen. And another veteran who's really seeming to hit a second prime is Simon Lizotte. He's been playing incredibly well lately. Greens in regulation in C2, 72%. That's first in the field. And a man that we learned of last year here at this event, Aaron Gossage, once again bringing the noise here at Swenson Park, playing some great disc golf through the first round.
Matt Orum got second place at the 2005 Professional World Championship.
And missed the playoff with Avery Jenkins and Josh Anthon in 2009.
Yeah, just thinking about that. I mean, he's nearing 20 years at the absolute top. I mean, there's been a couple years where he's kind of been doing other things and hasn't been out on the tour as much. But man, an elite player
impressive.
for a long time.
And he hasn't lost a single thing. He's still
7 down from Castro Valley, California, Cody Kirkland. Hey, Cody!
We're going to get to see him play, and we're going to learn a little bit more about him right now.
I am Cody Kirkland. I'm from Carlsbad, California originally, and I've been playing Frisbee my whole life. A lot of people know my dad, John Kirkland, PGA number 100. My dad, I think, has quite the story with both disc golf and Frisbee in general. He toured with the Globetrotters doing pregame shows for them with Victor Malafronte, who's PGA number 2, and was there kind of at the start of a lot of the overall disc sports and one of the early instigators of the sport, honestly. He's been around in it forever, and he's still playing. He's still playing to this day. My mom also played, G. Chen Kirkland. She PGA number 1000, actually. My sister Alexa, current world champion in Ultimate, which is pretty cool with her mixed team BFG. She and her husband, Tommy, have kind of created this team up in Seattle. So it was a Frisbee household growing up. So I grew up playing a lot of the overall disc sports. That's double disc court, self-caught flight, maximum time aloft, distance, that sort of thing. Double disc court is what I probably played the most growing up. It's 2-on-2, so you play with a partner, kind of like doubles tennis in that the goal is to get the disc into their court, but you play with 2 discs. Communication and strategy and quick time decision making is kind of the hallmarks of the sport. My dad and I partnered up in double disc court. We actually won the world championships together as partners in 2010 and I believe 2011 as well, which was a pretty special moment for us to get to share the court together and win a title, which is really nice. An advantage that I have in disc golf is just having kind of a lifetime of throwing experience and throwing skill. The other sports that I've played, I think there's a lot of skills that don't translate well, but obviously throwing and understanding wind and understanding angles is pivotal to playing any disc sport. My goal for the round was just stay out of trouble, take a lot of pars. I know the course is really tough. I know the course can easily take it away from you if you start reaching. Try not to do anything that I'm unhappy with, that I'm uncomfortable with. You mess up execution, what are you gonna do, right? You try your best, you mess up execution, there's nothing you can do about that, but I wanna be happy with all the decisions I make, and I was happy with how I played yesterday. 17's been a really hard hole for me in the past. Last year at OTB, I'm pretty sure I played it 5 over for the 3 rounds. I was a little too close to feel like I could lay it up. I knew I had mostly a right to left wind. I figured trust the wind, trust the shot, put it out wide over the water, trust that it'll come back, and it came back into the basket, which is pretty spectacular, pretty magical moment. You don't know what anyone, I personally don't know what other people are shooting during my round. I kind of know where I'm at just because my head has the numbers in it, but I don't know what anyone else is doing. But I knew once I threw it and the cameras came over, it must have been a pretty good round. I haven't found that expectations are too helpful in terms of my performance. I know that when I get out there, I'm going to do the best I can. I'm going to put in my best effort. Kind of whatever happens, happens. And I find that expectations can, you can lead yourself to being disappointed even if you didn't do anything wrong. My goal is just to go out there, survive as best I can, make some birdies where I can. I know it's going to be tougher playing on the lead card with the cameras and the spectators. So just really try to cherish the experience, enjoy my time on the card, play as best I can, and I mean, see where that gets me.
Well, where it's gotten him so far is a 2-stroke lead over the best field in the world.
No shortage of power for Cody. Big hyzer here into a very nice position on the first hole.
Next up, at 5 under, from Creola, Alabama, Matty Orum.
Matty Orum. Cody Kirkland played Las Vegas, and there was a par 5 where he was the only person to get a 3, and his drive was over 700 feet.
That's good. That's good, Jerm.
That is good, Nate. His approach put him 60 feet away, and then he made the 60-footer. He actually kind of had to work hard for the eagle. Imagine that. Simon's had several hundred eagles in his day. Going high wide. Does it have the distance and the left? Oh, it definitely has the left. The distance is pretty good. That'll probably set up near 380 to 400 on the approach.
At 4 down, from Grand Junction, Colorado, Gossage.
Those who might not have watched Aaron play here last year, you're going to see a player who has a tremendous amount of distance backhand and just an outrageously powerful forehand as well. And he's unfortunately caught that wide pine, and that means he's going to be in a similar position as Anthony Barella in round 1, having to go over the top to avoid that mandatory on his second.
Roller here, getting blown out just a little bit. That's going to be short, probably 60 to 70 feet.
And yeah, Aaron's actually going to go forehand.
There is a mandatory up in the top of those bushes, so he can't play a big hyzer backhand. If you were wondering why he might not choose that option, that is exactly why.
I was initially concerned that he might find himself in the hedges, but he's actually gone across the hedges. So he's in position to probably have a good effort to save the par.
Cody lost his footing there just a little bit, but inbounds.
This is such a tricky first hole. So difficult. Even with Simon's great hyzer shot, he still has a long way to go. Was able to pick up the birdie on this hole in round 1, and that approach is going to give him another look right around the edge of the circle. And Aaron finds himself left side of the fairway. One tree in his stance.
$200 or so feet to the basket here.
Oh, no way. No way.
Man, you didn't have to wait long today. Fireworks starting already. Aaron in for the birdie from over 200 feet. What a skip.
Perfect play onto the wood chips. It was just the softest little skip. I mean, if that doesn't go in the chains, he's still right behind the bullseye. That's a beautiful approach. Well done, Aaron. Out of position to birdie on one of the hardest holes on the course.
Nice approach there.
Matty giving that a great run. That's hard to do short of the pin. There's so many low hanging branches and limbs. And And man, just like a repeat of yesterday. We've already got a throw in. We've already got a Simon from the knee, straddle out, birdie putt on hole 1. Oh, okay. We'll just show yesterday's highlight.
Wow.
That was, that's pretty awesome for Simon. Back-to-back birdies on hole 1 is, he's got to be the only person to do that. Maybe not. There's a lot of 3s on hole 1.
I wouldn't say he's the only, but I do think he should hold his head high.
Yeah, 21 players with a birdie. That's, jeez, 20% of the field. I felt like that's a bonus birdie in many players' eyes on that hole. That requires a really big second shot, regardless of how big your drive is.
Hole 2, par 3, 399. A lot less wind today makes this one a little bit more attackable. Most players with a right-hand backhand are going to go low and wide and try to get multiple skips back to the left towards this basket.
That wind is down, but the heat is up. This looks like it has good width, but it catches the bottom of the... Yeah, no, that's still working its way up there.
Yeah, good shot.
It's almost unreasonable to expect it to not hit some of those low-hanging limbs on the right side because they are so low.
Yeah, there they are right there. That took a lot of the speed off of Aaron's shot.
Hitting the leaves you're fine with. It's just don't connect on any of those branches. This is really looking good. Oh, kind of a bad skip off one of these little foxholes and ground squirrel holes. There's a ton of them all over the course.
Yeah, that was unlucky. I think deserved a bit better there. Really nice looking shot shape. This is getting up in the air a bit.
And we're going to have some lengthy putts here for birdie on hole 2. Have you spent much time playing DDC?
Much would probably be a strong word, but certainly a couple days worth, over the years. I've played some with Glenn Whitlock from Canada.
Yeah, sure, the Whittler.
I have the Porterfield, like a little court, so I can set
You
it
have
up.
that? You own one of those?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, that's sweet.
So, I own the equipment. I've definitely played
Oh, great effort from Matteo.
maybe 100 games over the years.
Oh, that's a lot. Okay, yeah, that's quite a bit. Cody gives us an awesome run and makes it from distance. Incredible putt. From the knee, that's awesome. Cody's caddy, Conrad Damon, is #1 DDC player in the world. I don't know if that's currently his ranking, but I know that's been his ranking for a really long time. So he's got DDC in the blood and on the bag. Fantastic game.
Oh, Simon. Just a little low there. Hole 3, par 5, 1,171 feet. We're going to put the drone on super speed here because we don't have a whole lot of time to get through this hole. You got to get out and right with your first shot, then get over the golf green, ideally a little to the right as well on your next. Third shot, low ceiling. Difficult to get all the way up there, but attackable for these guys, no question.
And with the wind being down, it really opens up that roller play, which was just so difficult to... It was really almost impossible to really throw a good roller in round 1. But this turnover air shot is also viable, and Cody is throwing it nearly perfect.
That was going to be huge.
Simon also going air shot. This is a little bit more width, and look at that, just break through the middle of the gap and still get the nose up skip. I think he really is one of the best at that. And he gets the flex. When you get the Anheuser angle, normally the nose is down, but that disc at the end of the flight got the nose up, and it gives it that extra 50, 60 feet of distance.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so difficult to do that. Matteo also really good at that as well. Look at this thing get to the ground with that nose up. You see that? Look at that disc just running up the fairway. That's one of Matteo's biggest strengths, able to throw those low lines so far.
Yeah, he almost has that slight air bounce to his delivery, even with power.
Yeah. Oh,
this is not going where you want to be.
No.
That is really...
Yeah, that's hard to find OB. That you have to go very far right to do that.
That was strange. That just came out on honestly a really bad line from the beginning. So he must have slipped or something.
And Cody comes up short of the golf green that is out of bounds, so he will be in a fine spot, probably close to 500 feet from the pin.
Yeah, he'll be in a difficult spot because he's kind of high on the hill, but as I said, we got a low ceiling waiting for him. So we'll see what he can find. That is good.
Yeah, that's really good.
Way up there in 2. Can Simon match or beat that?
He's looking up.
Oh, boy.
But
second player to fall down. This round has everything.
It really does. And that did not really cost it that much distance. Simon is going to be loving that result. He's going to have less than 320, maybe 300 to the pin. And I think 500 is too much. I think he's probably in the 430, 440 range.
Wow, look at this.
Go.
What? No way. Cody Kirkland. What a shot.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, I thought that birdie was out of play, but Cody says, hold my disc. That's a good recovery shot from Aaron. That's a tough thing to do, going straight vertical and getting it towards the basket. It's a really good shot from there.
Oh, hi, Heiser here. Sounds like he likes it.
Oh,
and why wouldn't he? Wow, right through the tree at the end, parked. Matty's fired up. Wow.
Oh my God.
That is such a Simon move. Just to bring it in so slow and just like, maybe I know I'm 330. Maybe I'll bid it just a bit.
Just a little bit.
He just can't get enough.
And good scramble for Aaron. He'll take the bogey here, but not much you can do with an errant shot like he had on his second going out of bounds. Can Cody deliver another strike? Not quite this time, but that was a fantastic roller. Kind of a bad break that it rolled so far back after it was nearly in bullseye.
Ooh, and Simon nearly misses that right, but it does hang on.
Oh, no.
That is really disappointing. Such a well-played hole to that point.
Perfect drive. Beautiful second shot. Third shot, ambitious, going over the trees, knowing that those trees very well could catch your disc. I tried the same shot Matteo did. I hit the tree and I rolled back 70 feet. So there's a lot of things that could have happened. He got through everything, and in getting to the green, that is a little bit of a sucker punch to miss that putt. But no harm, no foul for him. Par, par, par for Matteo to start, but Simon off to a good start here with a couple of birdies.
Hole 4, par 4, 831 feet. A lot of options off the tee, including big turnover, big high roller, low direct roller. Really a lot of ways to attack. You're just looking to get up near that secondary wall of trees and set yourself up with a manageable gap to reach the green in 2.
Simon threw an absolute gem off the tee and then provided an awesome highlight throw in on his second. This time he's got the disc turned over too much off, out of his hand, and that kind of cuts and rolls back a little bit. He's going to find himself about 350 away from the pin, if not farther. It's probably going to be closer to 400. 350 is usually indicative of a good drive.
I agree. I mean, 831 foot hole with an obstructed tee shot.
Yep.
It's not easy to chew up much more of this fairway. This is a nice angle. If this flips up, this is really big. Doesn't quite do it. But I think he's going to like it over there. I think he's a little more open than far right.
It's a good roller wind with a left to right cross tail. It was kind of like a gentle, like if you did throw a flippy disc, it wasn't trying to turn over so much. The wind was kind of guiding it and pushing it forward. But Gossage going for the big flex shot. Matty, the only player really going for the big roller. I hadn't noticed the face paint yet.
Just outside C1, looks like.
What did he name that disc?
I don't have that.
I think it's named after a wide receiver, but I don't know which one. He's shouting its name once he throws it every time. We are told that is Jameson Williams. Okay. I was once told the way to if you want the secret ingredient for getting Matty O to be funny in front of the camera is just put a camera in front of him and tell him don't be funny. And Simon throws a beautiful approach. That'll be a birdie coming up for him, continuing that hot start. Look at the gap Cody has to go through, and look at this gem flying up to the bullseye.
Yeah.
Well, if there were any nerves on playing in front of Jomez and on lead card in the Disc Golf Pro Tour event, it's not really showing right now. That's how you bounce back after a disappointing miss. Great jump putt. If you want to be good for a couple of decades, make a lot of those.
And if you see some eye black on sale, don't go walking by, you know? You never know. Oh, wow.
And that's what nerves look like. That's just a pure nervy putt after the bogey in the prior hole.
Yeah.
Aaron missing that one for par. Needs to take a moment and take a deep breath.
Yeah, that's the kind of miss that happens when just something in your timing fails you.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't get ejected out of your hand in a way that's going to allow it to even have any kind of look at going in the basket. Looking at hole 5, par 5, 1,006 feet. This is one of the easier holes on the course, as 1,000 feet in a fairly open hole, really not that far for a par 5. These guys are going to look to get nearly half of that on the first shot, and then perhaps set up a look at the elusive Eagle 3.
I was wondering if anyone was gonna go for this, and Simon has tried it but failed. Still got the disc to roll about 100 feet, so birdie could still be in play for Simon. In fact, I think it very much is. It's at that distance where it's really hard to get the eagle, but very easy to get the birdie. And it feels really bad if you don't get the birdie on this one. This is the easiest hole on the course. What makes this gap so tricky is that tree on the left side. It's so hard to tell how much it is in the way, and it really becomes in the way because of the bush that's on the right side of the fairway that's past the gap. And Aaron wants to also not deal with that initial gap. This angle looks pretty good.
Yeah, just a little early on the flip, but plenty of distance. Maybe a little bit of an unlucky lie. Looks like he may have enough room to swing his arm.
So I'm going to have to go air or roll. He's going back to the roller. And this is going to be pretty good. This is going to be a little right, but I think...
Certainly inside 350.
You think?
I do.
Okay. Yeah, so birdie right back on the table.
Oh, man. Heavy cut here. It is trying to get up. That was a really low shot to be a roller, but a flippy
Look at
disc.
That. Yeah, not too bad.
Look at this thing go.
Oh, what?
Little recut.
Wow.
And that's like 100 feet from the basket.
Again.
100, 150 feet perhaps.
Yeah, you could see the lawn whiskers for circle 2 right there in the picture at the end. That was incredible. Matteo playing the traditional way, just air shot, setting him up for about a 220 approach.
Oh yeah, plenty of room to swing big there.
And you can see that power there. Even the disc getting lifted up and hyzering out, that is still evident of how much power Aaron has. He is able to get a ton of distance when he wants it. He wants it.
Yeah, and he wants it right now. He's up there near Cody.
Simon going low ceiling. Can he get up the hill? Oh, he can. And he is right outside bullseye. That's how you recover. Fantastic for Simon. Still going to collect the birdie after the first tree was hit.
Got a potential star frame brewing here. Unless Aaron wants to go a little lower than that. Go for the Eagle 3.
And that's okay. You'd like to have those under the basket to tap in, but nothing wrong with finalizing the birdie with a little 15, 20-foot putt. And never mind, he's just outside the bullseye. I thought that he was going to be 26, 25 feet away or so, but pretty much a tap-in for everyone here now. This is a great start for Cody.
Yeah, I agree. And for the second day in the row, Simon Lizotte is 4 down through the first 5. Looking at the tee pad of hole 6, par 3, 364 feet with out of bounds on the right side and a golf green on the left. Natural forehand shape, but made difficult by the fact that there's a pretty significant rise about 50 feet in front of the tee pad. You'll also see a very straight backhand play pretty well here with a fairway driver.
Yeah, the forehand, you're going to want to go Anheuser with something overstable to get that height up. Or you could do this.
Okay, yeah, I've heard tale of this. Yeah, that's just fine. I would say it appears to me to be a pretty risky play. It appears to Cody to be a pretty crazy play, I would say, if I'm reading his body language correctly. But fantastic for Simon. Gets through over the OB and parks the hole.
Always the showman. And it's a good, safe shot for Cody. It's in that range where it's... Oh, yeah, no, he's edge of circle.
That's
that's
pretty
fantastic. That's even better than I thought it was going to be.
Same.
Wow. Speaking of the Matteo air bounce.
You got to fight through those. That's the only thing with that shot. If you're coming in on that line, a direct hit to some of those branches could drop you out of bounds.
Let's see if Aaron... Yeah, not quite Anheuser, but... Oh, my gosh.
Oh, this is in danger. There's out of bounds back there. And he has found it.
And that was zipping, but it hit a tree, and I thought that it might have stopped it in time, but fortunately that tree redirected it out of bounds, but what a putt.
Yeah. 40-footer.
This front nine has had a little bit of everything for Aaron so far. This has been wild.
Yeah.
Throw-ins from 200, 20-footers missed 3 feet low, out of bounds, made putts from... it's been all over the place. And after all, he's even on the front nine so far.
Man.
And that's going to be a bogey for Matteo. And we have still yet to get to Simon's drive.
Five under already.
Wow. And Cody's playing well, but that you can only play so well to hold off somebody who's 5 under through 7 on this course. Where, I mean, that's hot. That is getting it done.
Hole 7, par 4, 832 feet through a tight gap to start. Most players looking to work the disc to the left and access this gap here. I think our drone learned something overnight. Our drone is over here on the left side now where we play the hole more often.
That's right. Yes, it was off to the right side yesterday.
You got that bunker to go over late and also a golf green to worry about. And this is straighter than you would usually like, but this guy throws so far that it might be just fine.
Yeah, I think if you're getting 500 feet off the tee, straight's fine. The issue is if you only throw 430 off the tee, it's not good because that ceiling gets dramatically lower with that extra 70 feet short of distance, or with that 70-foot lack of distance.
Yeah, there's not too many times when 500 feet off the tee will hurt you.
Yeah, right.
No, bro, not a lot else matters once you're that far down.
And one of the things I found out with that left side on the fairway on this hole is that there is a lot of that crumbly ground that is just stirred up from all the animals out here that make the ground play for your run-up very tricky. And these guys are going to have to deal with that while hitting a relatively tight gap and throwing 370 feet. It's a lot of different things to contend with all at once. This is a great shot from Matt Orum. Look at that. He's going to have similar ground play issues. Any of that lighter colored grass is going to be all in that big patch of...
Catches that tree on the right side. He's dropped down 120, 140 short of the basket.
And you can see it.
This is also errant.
If you want, go back and watch their feet as they throw that shot. It's very abbreviated on the follow through and in the run up, just to avoid the extra movement, the extra speed.
I saw a little slip on Matt's plant foot there.
Simon doesn't have to worry about any of that because he went straight. He just has the tree in the way.
Goes with power forehand on the low side, looking to skip this back up the hill, and he does a pretty good job of it.
And Simon's going to have a putt to go 6 down this front nine. And if you'll remember, the par that he has on hole 2 was a missed 24-footer.
You're right. Wow.
It's been
he's
nearly flawless front nine.
We're talking about like 100% C1 in regulation, aren't we?
So far, yeah, Yeah, it's hard to... I don't remember if his putt on hole 1 was outside the circle or not, but
It might have been, but still.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
just
essentially.
phenomenal driving so far.
And Orum off the right side. He just can't get a break right now.
Had a couple near misses.
Oh, yeah, that's a chain link too far right. Can't be upset with the basket there, but you'd like to see it catch. Every once in a while it does. Simon has been working hard at recovery. Said he's been putting up to 200 putts a day trying to get back into it. And for a veteran like himself, that's a lot of work that people usually do early on in their career.
The crowd was so spectacular today. Just the energy from you all was just amazing. I love you, Oregon!
I'm not to be underestimated. Like, I'm really not. I've got something to prove. I'm literally going to be one of the best in the world. It's as simple as that. Don't underestimate me. That was rad.
Hole 8, par 4, 767 feet. All of this unmowed area is out of bounds, so the players are going to have to push the drive pretty far, and you want to work it as right as possible, but the farther right you go, the longer that out of bounds carry is. So great risk-reward setup on the tee shot. The reward you're looking for is a shorter shot across that water and down that little tunnel of trees to set up a birdie putt. This is really aggressive.
I like this a lot. So all the turn you want, but all the fade that you need to feel comfortable that you're going to get that full distance, but in the end, nestle your way into the middle of the fairway. That was beautiful.
That's got to be less than 300 to the basket.
Yeah,
that was huge.
Yeah, I agree with that. And see, these shots, if they're ever left of this initial tree that Cody's flying towards, 400 is the best you're going to do from the pin. You have to turn it to the right of that pin, otherwise you are going to have a very, very difficult decision on your next shot.
And Aaron is left of the tree you're talking about and moving even more left. Pushing to that long side, you end up with a different kind of option. You could play for par and have kind of an open shot to clear, but be way left of the basket. We'll see if anybody goes for that. This is looking a little bit better.
Yeah. This is working its way right where you want. Minus that tree, which
yeah, I think he's okay.
Could come into play a little bit.
Backhand hyzer from there.
Let's see that Cody Kirkland distance on display here. This is going to be left, like you said.
Yeah, he is playing that wide line.
But the tree actually knocks it down, and he's going to have a circle 2 look. Pretty good effort from back there. And now we get to see the Aaron Gossage forehand. Waiting to see this thing. He can just muscle up. That is so far from back there.
On pure hyzer.
Pure hyzer, 400 feet. That is... There's a lot of people on the internet that say they got that. There's only a few that actually do got that. Yeah,
nice shot.
Pretty dang good.
Simon continues
Too easy.
to find circle one.
And Aaron in on the birdie. That's a great pickup. After not biting off as much as I'm sure he'd like off the tee, a huge second and a good putt. Let's see if Matteo can get that putt to drop this time. He does, and that moves him to 2 under on the front nine with about 3 missed putts.
Simon with 2 missed putts, 6 under.
So good. What a front nine.
And it's tied at the top, pending this putt. It's officially tied at the top. Hole 9 is a pivotal decision for the players. 435 feet with water easily inside circle 1, probably inside 10 feet at the closest spot there, right behind the basket. Most common play, low backhand to the right with a little bit of fade. Simon going for that now. Does this have the overstability? Yes. Does it have the distance?
You betcha.
Yes.
You betcha.
Hey, that's circle 1 again.
You are just
This is the, this is
real. So good.
fantastic.
Just zero stress on this front nine for him. Minus the
that
stress
putt
of
right
missing.
there is going to be stressful.
Yeah, a little stressful. Oh!
No.
And that's what happens on this green, man. It's just he loved it out of his hand. And,
Can't blame him.
he kept it as wide as you possibly could. He hit, I think, some
Yeah, it was really wide.
leaves on the right side here and still managed to go long and left.
Sit. No.
Wow.
Right next to him.
Wow. This needs to find the ground quick and flat, and I don't think it's going to. So Cody will be up first. Circle's edge putt for par. So Simon, opportunity to get a 2-shot lead now. And he flutters another one in there. 2 for 2 on hole 9. Okay, now I can officially say he is definitely the only person to go birdie on hole 1.
Yeah, now you're on to
and
something.
hole 9.
Now you're on to something. This guy is on fire right now.
The double replay, playing those 2 holes essentially identical back-to-back days. Wow. And a good par save for Aaron. Matteo will clean up his par as well. But man, what a special 9 we just saw from Simon Lizotte.
He's definitely the only player to get hole 1 twice, hole 9 twice, and have the hot front 9 twice. For sure he's the only player to do that.
Well, Drew Gibson, look at that. He is also 7 under through 9. So Simon can't say he was the only player to do it, but man,
Wow.
that is some good shooting out there. The wind is down and the scores are low. We've got some action here on Moving Day Saturday. We are halfway through the event, 27 holes remaining.
The round has had everything so far.
It really has. Yeah, we just need to see a hole in one. Can we get a hole in one?
Simon will deliver. He will.
And just unfortunately, somebody's got to do it. We need a triple bogey. Okay, just to round it out, give us all the emotions. But I don't want to say who. Somebody's got to do it.
Thank you so much to the Founders Club. Thanks everyone for tuning in and subscribing. We will be right back with back 9 from round 2 at OTB.